Well, here we are again. To be honest, I want this video out by July 23rd. It is now August 4th, 2025 as I'm recording this. Only a couple people know this, but the last couple weeks have been, let's just say, a test of my mental and spiritual health. Thankfully, one of my prayers has been answered. Being moved back from second shift from third shift at work definitely helped a lot of problems. While the channel content might take a nosedive, and will probably continue to take a nosedive, I need it for my mental and spiritual sanity, to the same days off as my friends, and the regular working world. Working on a YouTube channel that has only gained 32 views and has lost 5 subscribers in the past month was not my priority list this summer. When hockey season ended, I set some goals for myself in the channel. One of the goals of the channel was to focus on more passion projects of mine. That's What's in the Bag video. It was fun to make. At least it was mediocrely received. The second passion project video, well, let's just say those 5 subscribers exit stage left after that video was released, and probably cursed the channel for eternity. I wanted to upload more archives to the channel. What archives? There hasn't been any archives uploaded this summer at all. I wanted to diversify the channel, to reflect the 5 pillars of the channel. Turns out YouTube doesn't give a darn, and the channel turns as one-dimensional as a Corey Melkert special teams unit. Now before you start asking and start worrying, don't worry. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not leaving anytime soon. I'll still be on YouTube doing YouTube things. This channel, after all, is still a no-budget YouTube channel. That stupid flooding video, it's still king of the channel, at 7,600 views. And this channel, in the public eye, is still a Comet Hockey channel. Oh yeah, spoiler alert, none of the videos created this year even cracked the top 5 most popular videos on the channel. Not even close. So, the top 5 videos according to YouTube Countdown in last year's State of the Squid address still stands true with some slightly higher view totals. Alright, let's quit being cynical for a second and talk about some positives. We're still a net gain of about 60-some subscribers compared to this point last year, and we hit the triple digits back in December. I met some people in person because of this channel. There's some renewed sense of optimism for this channel in the future. I'll have some follow-up videos about my game plans for 2025-26 Comet Hockey season. Expect a video on that sometime in early October. What's on the pipeline for the channel coming up this upcoming year? I still want to make a road trip to Cincinnati to check the final box in the Central Division arenas when the Comets are in town in Cincinnati. Now, my buddy Drew had brought up the idea of doing some Comet-fueled doubleheaders, which is most certainly doable, and certainly in the cards. It was a great idea when he brought it up. Oh yeah, and Blue Jackets Islanders is definitely in the cards this year. Maybe sometime in February? Anyway, expect that to be on the cards for 2026. Mualani is getting her first rerun in Genshin Impact, which has awoken my passion for the game, once again after a miserable 2025 for Genshin Impact in my mind. Lastly, a Milwaukee IndyCar vlog might be back on the cards once again. Thanks to my work schedule going back to second shifts, that's now back on the tables, thankfully. One day over the summer, at one of our diner meetups, Diner Connoisseur Buddy told me one thing that I made sure not to forget. If you're having fun posting videos, then who cares if nobody watches? All I have to do is to not be stupid on the internet and let God's will happen over mine. Let's face it, 99% of YouTube videos are just empty calorie videos. Just be watched once, if that, and probably never watched again. I would think all my videos would fall into this category. So, what do I got to lose? Clean up that hard drive of yours, Squiddo. This year for sure we'll have some challenges upcoming. The Comet's brutal schedule, work, and the new elephants in the room. One of them elephants being getting settled to my new place in a new community, away from the hustle and bustle of the heart of Muncie. Maybe one day I'd like to establish a house and get in a house and buy one in Muncie a few years down the road. And the biggest one in the near future is the time and clock has ran out. Health insurance is coming out of my own pocket now, and will be taking a beating on my finances from here on in. Isn't being an adult fun? So yeah, I might be looking to cut costs any way possible, which means getting in on the Comets Flex ticket plan is a go for 2025-2026. Lastly, I want to thank all of you for somehow getting me here in the first place. I still believe this is over 100 subscribers more than what I would ever thought I'd ever get posting this crap. To those, my new friends, and my friends who encouraged me along the way, and those who I've made or met in the last couple of years, I thank you all. And you have no idea how much you all mean to me, and you have my gratitude. Well, that just about does it for news, info about the channel, and for myself the past couple of years. Let's take a look back at some videos over the past year, the popular ones, and let's shake things up from last year and look at my personal hits and misses instead of my most liked and disliked videos that I did last year. There's been a total of 37 videos to look back on over the year. So let's enjoy, sit back, relax. Cheers for 2 years of Inkling_XA, and here's for another 2 years of Inkling_XA. And cue that beautiful music. I'll say it this much without spoiling anything. This year's videos has no correlation on what videos are the most popular, unlike last year's videos. The only reason I think this one has cracked the top 5 is that it was uploaded right on the heels of another top 5 video. This one is ranked 18th most popular video of all time in the channel, which puts it on the top third of all videos. This is one of those, looking back on, I was kind of indifferent about it. This was one of my first Comet experience of the Comet Blackout jersey curse. See, we don't need you and me to curse us. The Comets are capable of doing that themselves. Alas, why we sucked so much in those jerseys is bewildering to me. Every time we found a different way to lose. This video was early in the season, which means we got to see the early season Connor Unger Heart Attack special. Every game Unger played early in the season took a year off our lives. Hence the title of the video. Glad he gelled together at the end of the season, up until he got injured, of course. In my mind, this was a very ordinary video. Nothing really stood out of it until the end of the video. The Comets reverting back to their old ways with abysmal passing and skating through mud in the end, blowing a multi-goal lead in regulation. And I kind of lost my mind there at the end of the video when the Comets lost to the Wheeling Nailers. Seems like a trend every time I see the Nailers play. Little emergency broadcast message makes an appearance again. And the Navia hat trick meme makes an appearance again. This time for Atlee Calvert, making that 2 hat tricks I've witnessed in person before seeing a Comet hat trick. This video is probably the closest I've gotten to fully cursing in a video. Thankfully, I caught myself there at the end. The people sitting around me were a little bit concerned for my well-being after that game. I was fuming to say. The fact that the Comets blew a 2-goal lead and found a way to lose in regulation by 2 goals is just peak Comets. Very Toronto Maple Leaf style-esque, if I do say so myself. Hey, now here's one YouTube got right. A more popular video just happens to be one of my favorite ones I've made this year. There was multiple reasons why. Kalamazoo was sharpied in my book as place to visit, especially now in hindsight, knowing that the Wings Event Center's days just might be numbered, with the Wings expected to move to downtown Kalamazoo. The game was kind of wild, with a line brawl at the end of the game. Would you be surprised if the Comets lost that game? No? Yeah, that's pretty par for the course for the average Inkling_XA Comet road game experience. Well, would you believe it or not, I got to meet a viewer of mine, of the channel, and one of the commenters who were asking me to go to Kalamazoo. Hey there, Abby. What's up, Abby? That was a pretty cool moment. A milestone on the channel for sure. Got to witness another hat trick. That is against the Comets. Well, Sort of. Zach Obiecki recorded a Gordie Howe hat trick for the K-Wings, which required a little bit of an impromptu upside-down hat trick meme. For the game, the Comets played like the ice was tilted in their end. That was failing to get pucks passed against early season brick wall Jonathan Lemieux form. The Comets would get their revenge a night later, beating Kalamazoo when I'm not in attendance, because of course they did. It was a very good trip overall. It was probably the best November trip to Michigan I've ever had. Not to mention that the food that I had there was fantastic. I mean, whatever it was, Skinny Kenny's barbecue. Got snacks on that before they closed up their permanent shop in store, before they moved on to a full-on food truck operation. This video has some decent replay value in my book, especially showing off more of the outside stuff of the game than what I usually do. Usually the more I show outside of the main event or the hockey stuff, the better the trip was in my book. This video was relatively well received by the subscriber base, which I expected with a number of requests to see a Kalamazoo K-Wings game. This video will also serve as a nice time capsule in a few years, when the Wings Event Center gets replaced in a few years with whatever they're going to name their new downtown hockey rink. And yeah, with that, I guess our goalie does suck. This video ranks 12th on the all-time most popular on the channel. Alright, y'all can go ahead and pencil in all Comets opening night hockey games as Sharpies for making the top 5 most popular videos of the year from here on in. Take that to the bank. As it stands, this video is the gatekeeper of the top 10 for my all-time most popular videos. The only reason why last year's video didn't make the top 5 list is because the YouTube algorithm decided to throw my channel into the limelight right when the Diamond Hands game video came out. It's tradition unlike any other. The meeting of all the Comet legends in the pre-game ceremonies, as well as the full roster introduction, active and non-active. It's awesome to see in person, and I wouldn't miss it. That's if work didn't have to say something about it, and unfortunately for 2025, they have something to say about it. Unless by some miracle, I won't be going to that this year. It was a magical night for sure. The game was chippy from start to finish against the Cincinnati Cyclones, with the Comets finally edging a win on opening night. Oh yeah, let's have some extracurricular activities at the end of the horn, because Cincinnati was just asking for it by taking a wrister at center ice after the buzzer, clearing the benches out on the ice, and almost turning it to a full-on yard sale. This is the first appearance of everyone's favorite kicker, Brandon McManus, in a Comet sweater. I am sad that we had to let him go to Adirondack to complete future considerations. Just from this one game, I could tell that this year's Comets team was going to be better than last year's. All that firepower and speed was meant to compete in an arms race with Toledo, in a war that turned out that which we improved in. We may have won some battles, but unfortunately, we didn't win the dang war. Maybe next year we can win the dang war. Please? Pretty please? That's not hard to ask. Yes! I did it! A passion project video of mine made it on my top 5 most popular list, but that was in spite of itself. While I loved it and was soaking in every second of making this video. Alright, it's time to lose you guys for a little bit. It's time to get nerdy. And it's time to rag on this for a little bit. The Genshin Impact fanbase has to always complain about something. Woof. It has been a downright abysmal year being a Genshin Impact fan. My goal was to shine this collaboration in a unbiased editorial view from a non-Hoyoverse creator. I feel like my thoughts still remain pretty accurate in retrospect to this day, and unbiased. Oh man, I got an axe to grind here real quick. The fact that Hoyo creators get free Primo Gems for creating biased reviews, drumming up any event or collaboration Genshin Impact does, and posting it to their social medias is a slap in the face for anyone with an honest opinion about the content of the game and how to improve it. There you go, axe is ground. That's my rant for a day. Rant for another day. Would anyone be surprised this video is the most disliked video on the channel this year? No. Of course it's the most disliked video I've made this year. But I digress. That has to do more with disliking the collaboration itself. Some fan bases were boycotting McDonald's already, and now Genshin Impact just so happened to collaborate with McDonald's. Had those fans upset and causing drama and leaving 1-star reviews on the game. Because another day with drama in the Genshin Impact community is just as common as the Earth's completing a rotation around its axis. For me, this video isn't me supporting McDonald's. In fact, screw McDonald's. Screw him. This was me supporting Genshin Impact to have a more interactive marketing effort with its fanbase here in the United States. Too bad the collaboration was lousy, bare bones, and didn't even crack any presence in the public eye. I blame that on McDonald's more than Genshin Impact. Sadly, I don't think any major Genshin Impact collab will happen in the United States. I'm saying this now, so I jinx it like I tend to do for most things. This video ranks 8th all time on the channel, and it sits just a hair below the 1,000 view mark. It holds the record for most one-day views, raking in nearly 860 views in its first 24 hours. That's mainly has to do with how massive the Genshin Impact fandom is. It's going to have the highest potential for views out of all the content, but the floor is zero views, as a one-off video on a Comet Hockey channel, of course. This might be the peak in popularity that one of my passion project videos will get. Unless Yoimiya dies or gets sacked, then I'll have to pull up the nuclear codes and create a similar video to the Congrats Comets 2024 video I made last year. But hey, that means I wouldn't have to play Genshin Impact anymore, and the curse will be lifted in the channel forever and ever. Amen. And for the second year in a row, a video out of left field claims the top spot on the popularity charts for the year. Maybe once again this is God's little joke to keep me guessing and expect the unexpected in life. Like I mentioned in the preamble, none of the videos this year cracked the top 5 all time. This video ranks 6th all time, right behind the Defense is Optional Comets vs. Iowa Heartlanders video. In fact, that Heartlanders Comets game video would rank 6th most popular video this year, with 358 views since July 1st, 2024. Yes, a video from year 1 outpacing all but 5 of my videos from year 2. Now that's pretty embarrassing, considering how unremarkable that video is. That would have made for an interesting segment if a year 1 video squeaked into the top 5 this year. By a mere 7 views, we are spared the embarrassment here at Inkling_XAHQ. Tangent aside, this video was empty calories and pretty unremarkable at best. Although this content itself was quite sensational, and the stars just so happened to align that I happened to catch this wreck live. Oh, the joys of Indy 500 qualifications and bump day. Never ever leave ever again. All the eyes and cameras are on you. This video just so happened to be my most popular just because of the content matter itself, and kind of a breaking news matter of the video. I mean, every racing fan, no matter how pure you are, deep down inside, every racing fan loves a crash every now and then. I don't have really anything much to say about this video. It's really just unremarkable. Aw, come on. That intro alone is worth more than 13 views in my mind. Once again, it's not a Comet Hockey video, so that means no views for you, Firefly. Personally, I like the content of the video. Why is it a dishonorable mention? Well, this comment alone summed up the video. Way to rub the point home. My main excuse for this video not even getting off the flat line in the release date of the video was over a month. It was over a month after Firefly's original banner was released and done and over with, which of course is going to get buried like Firefly's corpse after her death by a venomous spider. Secondly, the audio mixing is way off. My voice is a little too quiet compared to the gameplay audio. Trust me. Trust me on this one. The audio mixing was way better with my studio headphones on. The audio is sleepy on an ordinary computer or speakerphone. Also, a dishonorable mention is for the slightly less crap phone's very poor aspect ratio for screen recording. I mean, just what is that aspect ratio? This video wasn't just in the basement, it was the basement in the view counter in rankings. Ranking 74th and dead last in the view counter. It's even bested by my Best of the Squid Kid video, which are unlisted and made for my inner circle, quote unquote, and for those who are adventurous enough and dig through my playlists and the channel to find them. Here's your chance right here, right now, if you want to find out the Best of Squid videos. And would you be surprised that this video was a passion project of mine? With how low the view count is on this video? Of course it's a passion project of mine. Of course it is. Wait, what? A Comet Hockey video in the Greatest Misses section? Yes, and I have good reason for it. One, I was coming down with what would be a 3-day battle with the flu that required me to miss work for the next 2 days after this video was filmed. This was supposed to be a golden opportunity for me. Earlier, getting some free Ball State women's basketball tickets thanks to my church that I attend to having a fellowship event at that game, which was likely in the morning, luckily for me. And like clockwork, Ball State loses their first and only home game of the season. I'll take full blame for the women losing that game. Now, on to the meat and potatoes of the video. I did receive some free tickets thanks to some lovely season ticket holders who were out of town that weekend. The only thing that they requested me to do was to send them a link to the YouTube video to earn the free tickets. Easy. Me filming Comet Hockey games is a given wherever I go. Sweet! So I'll got to take Diner Connoisseur Buddy to a second ever Comet Hockey game. Too bad I was running 102-degree fever from that flu, so I was essentially in pain the whole entire day once the medicines wore off after 11 a.m. Even though I tried to wear a mask behind the camera, my voice and enthusiasm was just way off. It was just off in this video. I didn't even finish my 2 tacos at Famous Tacos before the game, which you know I'm not feeling well if I don't even finish 2 tacos at Famous Tacos. Usually I'm a Clean Plate Club member every single time when it comes to that place. And once again, it was blackout night, so the result was pretty problematic for this game. With the Comets playing a mid, at best, Reading Royals team from the division of mid, this video should have been doomed from the get-go. The Comets decided to play down to their competition and regress. Losing in overtime thanks to a absolute passing masterclass by Jack Dugan. I mean, what is he doing there at the end? Summing up a miserable night for me. So bad that I didn't feel like driving home that night. So Diner Connoisseur Buddy had to drive me home. I felt so rubbish. On the bright side, this video has the most likes per views, averaging 19 views for every like it gets. So that's a plus for this video. Still a greatest miss in my book. a what could have been in my mind in this video. Only if I wasn't sick that day. Do I even need to sum up why this video is in the biggest miss section? This video is cursed, this character is cursed, and this video has cursed the channel. In fact, I have this video live reacted, audio recorded and all, giving Yoimiya all my emotion and energy, only to find out that listening back to the recording, to find out that the audio is clipping and peaking halfway through the video and consistently throughout the video all along. With the audio completely turning to static at the end. It got so bad the clipping did. Yes, my Rode microphone decided to kick the bucket halfway through the video, leaving me with some Chinese knockoff microphone to carry the load from here on in. There was no do-overs to this one. We won Yoimiya her new toy already. I wasn't about to drop another $20 in microtransactions to do it all over again to salvage C3 Yoimiya or R1 Thundering Pulse. Plus, I'm free to play. Hoyoverse ain't getting a cent out of me. A cent, well, at least it's not a Google Play gift card. So, time to pretend, quote-unquote, pretend to be excited. My post-edit with my best recollections. It went about as poor as you would have thought it would have went. Man, the inside jokes with my friends, with me being salty, losing that 50-50 live, would have been a good meme with my friend circle. Well, if it's moderately well-received video, it all would have been worth it. The few who paid attention, who knew I'm a hardcore Yoimiya fan and a Yoimiya main, and established myself as one. Because, oh boy, one thing I know about Yoimiya fans, it's Yoimiya until we die. Kind of like a British Premier League team, almost, in terms of fandom. Well, in the first week, the video racked up as many views as it does Yoimiya fans. One view. Yes, you read that right. One view. And that one view was me. Yeah, me just checking out to make sure this video looked good on YouTube. So, in net return, this video received no views. Not a single one. Goose egg, flatline, dead in its first week. So, the amount of love given to Yoimiya in this video got as much love as Paimon's old sacked voice actor in the first week. Out of pity, probably out of pity, the view count finally got off the flat line, catching a measly 21 views, making it the second least watched video on the channel to this point. Now, I hope you now understand why Yoimiya is cursed, and has cursed this channel forever and ever, amen. Oh yeah, that's right, nobody cares. Well, you see, does this video even warrant a mention? I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a good video, and it'd be a candidate for greatest hits, even if it had even double-digit view count. This video is cursed by that curse described in the video a few moments ago. My third time's the charm attempt at a Gateway IndyCar race vlog was pretty darn good. It was short, sweet, and straight to the point, and a banger of a race. Oh yeah, with a big crash to boot. Thanks a lot, work, for having me to rush back to Muncie and denying me a vacation day for implementing a quote-unquote mandatory workday clause the next day. Besides that, I made the best of the trip, and it was a pretty good trip. It made up for the pain that was my second attempt at a Gateway trip. That video, oh yeah, that second Gateway trip video, by the way, still holds a 0% approval rating to this day, with 0 likes and 2 dislikes on that video. And it's not a Comet Hockey video, so this video has nothing going for it. It's not even a passion project video, So it doesn't even have, it has the job of being the basement for the time being. It might be the basement forever and ever, amen. Watch this video gain a random 10 views and relegate Firefly back to being the basement of the basement dwellers. Wouldn't that be funny? Alright, just like these dishonorable mentions, the honorable mentions will get rapid fire treatment. Well, who would have thought a road trip on Friday the 13th would be so awesome? Everything went right on this trip. Well, besides the flat tire warning light going off, which turned out to be a slow leak in the sidewall tire, believe it or not, and getting stuck in the typical Indianapolis traffic, and drawing number 91 for John Tavares the Traitor. Besides those little nitpicks, this video has a lot of staying power, both on and off the channel. This video marks the first Comet Hockey road win I've witnessed in person, and a good thing too, because the game was very freaking boring. The Comets winning was the only saving grace for this game. Behind the scenes, and in front of the camera too, I met a new friend of mine. Shoutouts to Zeke. Hey Zeke, how's it going, Zeke? By default, the Bloomington Bison is now my second favorite ECHL team because of this. Also met a Comet fan there at that game. Comet fan who shall remain anonymous, but he's good people in my book too. For the travel portion of the video, it was a trip down memory lane for me, eating some Taco John's and Jason's Deli for the first time in over a decade. It was nostalgic for me, just because this was back when my family would do cross-country road trips. Now that we're older and we don't really do that anymore. This video was the 8th most popular video this year for those keeping track of the stats. And you bet your bottom dollar we'll see another Bloomington Bison vlog this year. I love my trip. That much, hopefully, it's in October, March, or April. Maybe I'd like to get some golfing in and finally cross off Illinois off my list in states I played golf in. But yeah, pretty good. And we broke the curse of me witnessing a Comet's road win for once. About frickin' time. Or, alternate title of this video can be called 100 Subscriber Special. Yeah, bro definitely burned one of his vacation days to party, quote unquote. I don't drink, so let's go to a Comets game to celebrate. The Comets played the Allen Americans that game, and the night before the Comets spanked the Allen Americans the night prior, 8-3. Allen, unfortunately, would be a little bit more competitive this game, and would even take the lead. The Comets would eventually take control of this game, taking the lead back and blowing said lead to give us some bonus hockey, in which the hockey gods would gift me something special on the special occasion, with a Jack Dugan breakaway, with only the goaltender to beat, forehand, backhands his way for the OTGWG, his third goal of the game, completing the hat trick, my first Comets hat trick I've seen in person, and one hat sacrificed of mine to Jack Dugan's cause. But hey, at least the Navia hat trick meme was actually used for good for once, for the good guys. This video is the 7th most popular video this year, so I think this video's ranking is quite justified, considering it's a middle-of-the-pack, middle-of-the-season game against a non-division opponent. Oh yeah, for those of you all who are keeping score of my thumbnails, and special note to all, if you see Navia appear on my thumbnails, that means a hat trick has happened. A little hack from yours truly, the editor-in-chief. I'll keep this one short and sweet too. This one might just be a yearly occurrence and a staple of the channel every time the Comets make it the playoffs and get eliminated instead of playoffs. My golf bag is constantly changing clubs from second-hand stores to fine-tune my golf game. Or at least I pretend to. Also, this video is the first time in 11 years I get to see my golf swing. In which, to be fair, it looks pretty similar to what a competent golfer would look like. In which I'm proud of myself. Considering that I've never had a golf lesson in my life, yeah, I don't have the length or physique of the modern-day pro golfer. I could post a score good enough, if I were to try, enter in local golf tournaments. There's 3 pipe dreams that would probably never happen. That I dream about night in and night out. Be a good enough golfer to capture in some local golf tours. Work hard enough on Comet Hockey to make Comet Hockey videos my full-time job. That and or getting the capture card and microphone good enough to make a Splatoon channel on the regular. But that's just dreams. I'm at peace with who I am and who I am now. And for the coup de grace to end this video, we'll land it on this closing note with my favorite video of the year that I made. And I'll try and keep this one relatively short. This video gets an honorable mention for me and for being Diner Connoisseur Buddy's first ever Comet Hockey game. And now a Noah Gansky fan. Heh, that didn't last very, very long. He's been a huge confidence booster in providing feedback and understanding the inside jokes of the channel. That and Ethan Keppen missing a tap-in empty netter, following up by burying an empty net from 190 feet from the ice. Just pure poetry in motion, and just sums up the Comet's last couple years. I'm always glad to have a buddy along with me to go to hockey games. It helps my chemistry tenfold. Plus, it's better to go to a game with a buddy than fly solo like I usually do. For the game, I remember the game being quite good. It was MLK game. They had their MLK special jerseys, which looked decent. Decent for the way MLK jerseys go to. We played another opponent from the Division of Mid, the Maine Mariners. And, well, there were 6 goals scored at least. So at least there was that. A little bit of chippiness here and there. Nick Degenpoot came out for blood for that game with spending some time in the box that game. And yeah, the Comets pretty much dominated from start to finish that one. That's all I gotta say. Well, that'll do it for this portion of the video. Diner Connoisseur Buddy, round us out.
Great Comets win. My boy Noah Gansky played great. No goals, but still my guy.
Good defensive play.
Yeah, empty net goal. Pretty sweet.